Why we stay sick from our environment. Our environment is absolutely everything that we are surrounded by every single day, whether that is from our water, our food, our air, the people around us, what we are surrounding ourselves by through sound, through visuals, everything. Everything that we take in every day is our environment. Our environment, as we all know, has become extremely toxic. In the last 150 years, humans have introduced things into the environment that did not exist before then. And pretty much every single thing that we have now is something that is negatively impacting us. And that includes our food and our water, our main things, and our air. Our soil is completely saturated in pesticides and Roundup and many things that are supposed to be helping our food industry. Now, we have the stuff that leaches into the water. We have everything that's getting flushed down the toilets or medications. Did you know that there is an extremely high level of toilet paper glue in our water system? So everything that is around us is being completely saturated in the toxins that we produce every single day. And we are completely stuck in this system of having everything that is completely toxic. So if you look at the soil, for example, we not only have over-farmed our soil, so we don't have the amount of nutrients going back into the soil that should be, and we're not having crop rotation, which is not allowing the soil to ever recover. So what traditionally would be done is that multiple crops, different kinds of crops, would be grown on a plot of land. If you think about somebody's garden, you have all different kinds of plants growing in that garden, and they are going to be rotating slightly every year. You might have a little bit of this one year and a little bit of that. When you have mass farming productions going on where they're just growing celery, or they're just growing tomatoes, or they're just growing corn, the big one, on this plot of land for so many years, it completely depletes the soil. So what do? They put back in some synthetic versions of whatever it is that's being depleted and continue trying to grow on it. Now our food has about, the last thing that I read about this, we have about 40% of our nutrition that's in the food because the soil does not have the nutrition in it that it used to have. This is leading to a major boom in the supplement industry. Why did our ancestors not have to take supplements? Why did we not have to take as much supplements even as kids? It's because we don't have those in our fruits and vegetables anymore and our grains. They just don't exist like they used to. So we have our food that is completely not being grown in that way. And if you just think about it this way, even that our fruits and vegetables are what everything else is made of. Our grains, everything is coming from the earth. And so you can go to the store and you can buy a box of Oreos, or you can buy a box of cereal or whatever. Everything that's in there that has some nutritional value is coming from the earth. And our earth is completely depleted of what it's should just naturally have in it, and what our ancestors had to take in, from those same foods that we just don't have anymore. And so our water is, as we know, is completely also just full of toxins, and our air is completely full of toxins. And these are things that the human race has never had to deal with. We are the first people to be living in this time where we have polluted the earth to the level that we've polluted it in. So when you look at people that are having all these autoimmune disorders coming up, and we wonder, like, wow, where is this coming from? Oh, okay, I need to clean up my diet, I need to cut some things out, I need to do some more exercise. Well, yeah, like, these pollutants that are in our food and water are things that we've never had in our bodies before. As a human race, we've never had this stuff in our systems to the level that it's in our systems now. And our bodies are actually doing quite a fabulous job at detoxing and figuring out what to do with this stuff. It's the level of how much is in everything that we are fighting against, that we are, I don't like to say fighting against, that we are adapting to, that we are trying to figure out how to live around and through. And so cleaning up as much as we can out of our food sources and our water sources and our air sources is like all we can do to really environmentally clean that up. And then it goes back into our thoughts and our mindset and how incredibly powerful all of that is, because we can train our bodies to be able to take different things in differently. And I know this might sound crazy and impossible. I've experienced this through multiple different things, that looking at Ayurvedic medicine, traditional Indian medicine, yogis throughout the millennia have proven that they can do things that the human body should not be able to do. And one of these examples that I saw in a documentary is a guy that actually takes a ball of mercury in his hand and just sucks it down. And he just tells his body that he's not processing any of that, that it's just going through his cells and he's going to expel it, and that's it. And he's fine. So that's an extreme case of mindset and using that mind power to overcome something that could kill you or make you extremely ill. We can do this in very small doses in our own lives every single day, and that is by doing as much as we can every day to clean up our environment, to clean up our food sources, our water sources, and then to have the mind to tell ourselves that we can do what it is that we want to do with the things. We can process certain things. Because if you have celiac, for example, and you didn't have it as a kid, you had the ability to process this stuff, and the world around us has created an environment that made it so that our body had an autoimmune response to it. Our genetics changed slightly, and it started turning off the genetic codes that were able to process that celiac, that gluten. And then now it's turning on the codes that we are going to respond to it in that way. So mindset to bring back to our environment for what's going on right now, to what we are living with every single day, to bring back those genetic codes that are working for us, and using that mindset to adapt to our environment in a new way, because this isn't going away. The stuff that we have done to our planet as a human race is not, it's there. It's permanently there now. There is not a way to completely entirely clean this up. We'll never be able to do that. And there are still many companies and industries out there that haven't even slowed down or stopped what they're doing. So what we can do is do what we can for ourselves, and help others to learn what it is that each and every one of us can do to help our own systems to process the stuff that's going on in our world, going on in our environment. And then also I wanted to get into beforehand this, the toxins in our products, and our everything that we're taking in through our sense of smell every single day is very, very potent. Just walking into a public space where there's a bunch of people with perfumes on and air fresheners and different products that are creating different smells, and those things hold a lot in them. So that's another huge environmental factor, and that goes to the air of what we spoke of before. But I just wanted to throw that in there as well. All right, well, thanks for watching this video. Like if you like this content, subscribe if you're feeling called to, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye guys.